Introduction to p-value. The p-value is a probability value. So it's the probability of getting a value of the test statistic that is at least as extreme as the one representing the sample data, assuming the null hypothesis is true. The p-value of the hypothesis test depends on the nature of the test. There are three types: left-tailed, right-tailed, and two-tailed. This type is indicated by, remember, what we call the alternative hypothesis. So the left-tailed test happens if the alternative hypothesis contains the less than inequality symbol. So if HA has the less than inequality symbol, then we know that it's going to be a left-tailed test. The p-value is the area to the left of the test statistic. So on a curve, you're going to have the test statistic, and the p-value is going to be the area shaded to the left. This is very similar to the normal probability if it's a z testing for a proportion. We would use a t-curve if it were testing for a mean, and we would use a chi-squared curve of testing for standard deviation. The probability that the x is less than or equal to the test statistic is equal to the p-value. For right-tailed test, the alternative hypothesis test HA contains the greater than inequality symbol and indicates a right-tailed test. So the p-value is to the right of the test statistic. So the test statistic is somewhere on the curve, and then the area to the right is the p-value. For a two-tailed test, alternative hypothesis HA contains the inequality symbol not equal to. The p-value is the combined area to the left and to the right of the negative test statistic and the positive test statistic. That's why it's called two-tailed test. So that combined area is called the p-value. Remember the probability value. So if I say p-value, is a shortened version of saying probability value.